Also this evening, tired truck drivers are involved in thousands of crashes every year around the country and blamed for hundreds of deaths. But Fox 11 investigates why some potentially crash-preventing and therefore life-saving technology is not required. Mark Leland reveals how drivers are breaking the law, putting other drivers in danger, and why so little is being done about it.
Semis rule the roadways. When those wheels are turning, money is made by the companies and the drivers. There's a financial incentive to drive longer hours. But federal rules limit the number of hours a driver can work, so they're not falling asleep at the wheel. Drivers say getting around the law is easy, making the roadways a danger.
This is not nothing you be playing around with. We're endangering the lives of other people out there.
Veteran truck driver Gary Bakley of Shawano revealed to Fox 11 Investigates that for years he was told by various employers to break the rules and keep driving.
They'll push you to get that load there because they're making money. As long as your truck's loaded, they're making money. They don't care. They don't care how they get the load there. They want it there. And if you don't, you get threatened.
Bakley says if he didn't alter his driver log books, he would get fired.
So you're told either you change the logbooks, make it look like it's legal, or you're going to lose your job.
That's right.
We'll get somebody else.
That's right.
Those logs are handwritten sheets required by the Department of Transportation to verify the number of hours a driver works. Federal law limits commercial driving shifts to 14 hours. Only 11 of those hours can be behind the wheel. And the driver must then follow that time with 10 consecutive hours off duty.
And I'm thinking I'm going to wind up killing someone, out here. And it's sickening because I go through this with a lot of companies. And it's about time that someone steps up for us truck drivers and puts it into this.
The truck comes through here. I mean, do we check the logbooks?
We don't check every one of them.
It's Wisconsin State Patrol Sergeant Dan Dietrich's job to randomly check drivers and trucks for violations. The State Patrol has only 100 employees statewide inspecting the thousands of trucks on the roads every day. But it isn't hard to find truckers working too many hours.
Does that happen often?
I would say on a daily event, yes. Not with all companies, but obviously, as in any other industry or any other employer, you've got good employees, you've got maybe employees that are a little deficient.
The Insurance Institute for Highway Safety shows that large trucks and commercial vehicles are in 500,000 crashes each year, resulting in 5,000 deaths. The Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration reports 750 crash deaths a year are the result of fatigued commercial vehicle drivers. FMCSA wanted to require electronic driver logging devices back in January of 2011. Some major trucking companies like Schneider and Eschwabanon have used the devices voluntarily for years.
Better compliance, which is brought on by the electronic logging devices, means improved highway safety.
But as of today, there is no rule in place, despite congressional hearings and a push by safety advocates.
It certainly is a public safety issue.
Congressman Reed Ribble agrees electronic onboard recorders are needed to improve highway safety for all motorists.
Right now, a lot of truckers are allowed to just do paper log, and so that would allow for some cheating to go on, either by the company or by the driver.
Concerned about his safety and the safety of other drivers, Bakley says he couldn't take the pressure of cheating the system any longer. He filed a whistleblower complaint. That complaint led to an investigation by the Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration into the safety practices of Bakley's employer. Fox 11 Investigates obtained this letter from the federal agency outlining what it uncovered. In the letter, FMCSA states instances of non-compliance with federal regulations were discovered. It goes on to say the company provided recommendations for corrective action, and the company's safety performance will be monitored by the government. When contacted by Fox 11 Investigates, the company denied Bakley's claim that he was pressured to falsify his driver logs, saying, "Everything is 100% fine on our end. He's making false accusations." The company declined further comment. Bakley says the change away from handwritten driver logs to electronic monitoring can't come soon enough.
The only way you can actually keep track of a driver if you put tracking devices in the trucks. Other than this loose leaf stuff, it's all lies. It's just all lies. All this is all lies.
So these new devices, they're foolproof? I mean, we're not going to be able to scam the system?
Unfortunately, they're not foolproof. Some drivers, if they want to manipulate the system, there's ways to do it.
But Ribble says electronically monitoring drivers is a step in the right direction.
If somebody wants to circumvent it or cheat it or drive further than they're allowed, you're still going to have some of that going on, but it makes it much more difficult to do so.
A renewed effort to get electronic logging devices on commercial trucks is underway. Last month, FMCSA's new acting director testified before a Congressional Transportation Subcommittee, saying it's a top priority. He expects the rule to be put into place by October, giving carriers another 2 years to get the devices on the trucks. For Fox 11 Investigates, I'm Mark Leland.